July 1st, 2015. My son Cypher and myself were heading back to try and push deeper into a new potential habituation area, one that we had come across back on the 6th of June. At the time, we were on our way to a previous area of activity. However, we took a longer alternate route in that day. It led us to come across substantial sign of potential Sasquatch territorial marking activity. It started with a log wedged between two trees, followed by an X formation on the ground. As we made our way through, we came to one pushover after another. Someone even took the time to cut the end off of one tree, probably to get their ATV around it, but this seemed to be answered with another newer pushover just past it. Midway along the line of tree pushovers, we were stopped by a strange sound. Our reaction is seen here.
Figures it stopped. That's just a woodpecker. What was the sound we heard?
It sounded like a monkey.
What was it? Make it.
Oh! Except like lower. Teensy bit lower.
Oh, go up in the sun and do a Bigfoot call. Do it similar to that, but really loud. Okay, stop.
We didn't hear the sound again, so we decided to continue on, leaving the area behind on our way to our originally planned destination. When we finally made it to the original habituation area, it seemed deserted. Even the tree that we had used for gifting had been pushed over, as if in disgust, and left behind. The clan had moved on, but at least we had come across the signs of where they were now. On the 20th of June, we went back to search the new area. We took a more direct route this time, and along the way we came across new stick formations, which have been described by other researchers as fencing and tipi structures. Once we arrived at our location, we soon discovered a path that led through a ravine. This ravine was even more cluttered than the original path, with debris just pushed in from both sides. It became quite impassable after a while, but we eventually did find significant sign that led us to believe that it had to be the central location. We found another X formation on the ground and then continued up the side of the ravine from there. At the top of the ravine, along one side, overlooking the adjacent valley, we came across what appeared to be several nesting sites.
Okay, we found this nest. Looks like everything was torn off of that tree over there and then put here. It didn't fall down from this stuff. It's not the same type of foliage. It's old, it's all dried up and dead. There's disturbances here. We heard two rock clacks coming from that direction. Cypher's gonna try and do a return.
Alright.
Okay, do two more really loud. Actually, do hold one of those rocks with both hands and smash them against the one on the ground without getting your fingers. Again. Perfect. All we've managed to do is upset a squirrel. On the other side of that nest, rotten log, been thoroughly ripped apart by probably the black bear in the area. But see, that belongs to that over there. But it didn't fall over there, it's placed at a different angle.
After searching the surrounding area, we decided to push on to a new gifting spot, visible from here in the center of an old clear cut, so that we could be observed from all around by whomever or whatever.
bad terrain. Still got banana on my face.
And then Cypher's arranged some little gifting items. A bit of color so you could see them. Hopefully that's showing up on the camera. And this guy.
One thing the Squatch might find interesting is they find out how to press this button.
Yeah. And this little item. Now he might find that a bit racist, but he's a Canadian and he's a Squatch, so you know he's gonna play hockey and stuff. So.
Also, when he rolls around,
Nice. And then, in case it's a little girl, juvenile Squatch, got this little girl here, and the eyes open and close. Might be interesting.
it's pretty cool.
Let's see what they think. Well, we'll come back up here in a week's time and check it out.
Yep.
On our way out of the cut block, we started to get that feeling that we were being watched. So, just to be sure, I let out a call and let them know we're there.
That scared me.
Hear that?
And we got a tree break. It was starting to get late in the day, so it was time to make our way back out. Along the way, we continued to find further possible evidence of Sasquatch activity, including these claw-like markings on an aspen and these unusual prints towards the road. It's now July 1st, 10 days later, and we have returned.
Give out a hoop, let them know we're coming.
Again, we find new marking structures along the way.
Okay, so we've got ants caught up in the trees, woven in. Now, could be coincidence because tree limbs fall, but it's pretty nicely woven in to create an X. And here's another smaller X, again woven in to the branches. No root balls, an entire tree.
Unfortunately, the night before we had a torrential downpour, which all but erased what could have been an excellent trackway. We arrived at the gifting site to find all the figures but one overturned. Unfortunately, because of the storm the night before, we could not rule out natural causes. There was something we had missed though. When I reviewed the images taken at the site, including one of my little squatch bait showing off, I noticed an anomaly in the background. A rock had been placed on one of the adjacent stumps to our setup. Someone or something had put it there. Following a different route back, we came across yet another stick structure. This one proved to be even more unusual than the others.
Okay, now this one.
I can't record with it.
This one is tucked together pretty nicely. I mean, it could be a random event, but
And then you see up
I
here.
don't know. And then it's crisscrossed over there.
There's one actually sticking out of the middle, and then it's coming down here.
Pushed in, tucked in, real nice.
And then there's another loopy one right behind it. Right, no, not deep behind it, but like you see the tree
Yeah.
and then down a little bit.
Yeah, that's bent over and then the other one's
Pushed on
resting on it.
It's a pretty long tree
That's
too.
crazy.
If you see it all the way at the top, it's a pretty long tree that's leaning on it.
Now hold this for me.
You want
I want to see.
Stupid mosquitoes.
There's no way I could put this together. That's just nicely jammed in there. Just nicely. But I mean, that configuration up there, no, you have to be pretty darn tall.
I'll zoom in for them.
That's crazy. Alright, that should be good.
Say goodbye.
Crikey!
A short while later, we started to get that sense of being stared at again. We took notice of two ravens carrying on about something in the distance.
Can I do a call?
No, let's do a grunt. Hang on a second.
They do more than once. I'm gonna do one.
There's an X in the distance.